Okay, hello everyone. Here, recording a match for BANT Bogles League. So with this list, it's pretty similar to what I ran last week on the weekend, except I've gone down on one Curious Obsession, up on one Staggering Insight. The auras, other than that, the playset of Rancors, Hyena Umbra Grispoons, Ethereal Armors, and Daybreak Coronets, and then this is just the two of Curious and Staggering. Creatures are the same. Land base is... got this where I want it. Yep, 2 Temple Gardens, 1 Hallowed Fountain. No Breeding Pool, and then the full 8 fetches, and two basic lands. Okay, so interaction in the main deck, both in Stubborn Denial and Path to Exile. Over in the sideboard, it's pretty stock standard as to what I've been running, but I've cut one Grafdigger's Cage for Ashiok. Ashiok's going to be really good in those Amulet Titan matchups, and also it's going to be very good against decks that use their graveyards. Actually, it also seems pretty good against the Collected Company decks as well. Not the Court of Cooling, Hour of Devastation combo deck. Yep, but that's it. We're going to use this. We're going to get into a league. No, don't go full screen. Oh man, I dragged it. Stop it. I'll just stop that and then fix everything after. Alright. Here we go. Watch me struggle to get my mouse in the right spot. Alright, all sorted. So yeah, this could well be our last league where we get to run Luris, or at least with BANT. Might get to recording my weekly videos on Sunday night, sorry, before the ban and restrictions announcement. So that's going to be the Monday through Friday for next week. But I'll just be doing that with green white anyway. So yeah, looks like we've found a match here. Got that on the wrong output, that's why I can't hear anything. Are you kidding me? I literally just spent ages fixing this up. And then it just resets this stupid weirdo size. I double clicked down and it went wide. What the frickin' heck? Alright. Oh, it's sorted out here. Alright, but it's on Gigantha. So it's probably Tron. Here this deck's not looking, this hand here is not looking very good to me. I'm going to mulligan this. This has got no creature and only 1 land, so we're going to get rid of this one too. Opponent's down to 6 cards, we're down to 5. Alright, this will be a keep from us. Opponent's also mulligan to 5. I'm gonna keep Staggering Insight so it helps us draw into cards. Keep the Ethereal Armor because of its amazing stats. I don't want to keep like double white aura there because one of my land sources is blue and I won't necessarily be able to utilize it. So Temple Garden here. This could also be humans or a few other things. Looks like it is Tron though. He's led on the turn 1 map. It definitely sucks going down to 5 cards against a deck that's this big. It's quite scary. We draw the Grispoon there. I am going to run out the Staggering Insight just to get that raw card draw happening. Maybe we can find a Stubborn Denial in a timely manner to potentially counter a Khan or an Ugin or something. Rancor's a nice one too, although it doesn't utilize our blue mana we've got. We don't have Totem Armor either in case he plays Oblivion Stone. I think the Gigantha decks play more creatures though, that's what I've sort of seen. Oh, nice. So yeah, opponent apparently 5-0'd a couple of weeks ago with a BANT card draw list for Bogles. And you know, that's what we're utilizing it for: Staggering Insight, Curious Obsession. Let's see what we draw here. Alright. So we miss our land drop, and we got 2 auras in hand we can't unload, which is pretty unfortunate here. We don't find a counter spell. We can fake it, but I mean, he's just gonna go for whatever he's got anyway. If it's Wormcoil Engine, it's probably best case scenario here. Oh, it's Thought-Knot Seer. Okay, that's fine also, because we can Eldrazi-tron playing Gigantha. Really? That seems interesting. We're in a pretty good spot here, both with the Grispoon and the Rancor. If we keep either one, we've still got a big creature. Alright, let's ditch the Rancor. Alright, well, we see 2 cards if we play Core Spirit Dancer plus Grispoon here. Seems pretty good to me. Could be slightly worse if we draw Stubborn Denial and not land. But it's definitely worth going for. Gets the Core Spirit Dancer out of hand as well. Protects it against the next Thought-Knot Seer. More than the aura list, I'm most interested to see how someone else has gone about constructing the land base for the deck, because the land base is quite tricky. Hopefully no All Is Dust, because that'll get us quite good. He doesn't know that we don't have Force of Negation though. So he might be trying to play around Force of Negation. He knows we got the Bogle. He might just be going for Gigantha here. That would be pretty good for us if that's what he's going for. 6 mana. Walking Ballista Gigantha or like a Reality Smasher or something. Walking Ballista if he's used all 6. Shoot down Core Spirit Dancer. We still got him dead in the air flying. Sylvan Scrying, okay. We can play a Blast Zone and activate it, and that will get us pretty good. Yep. We can reload on our creatures in this next turn though, so we still got the Core Spirit Dancer, we got auras in hand. We got Luris to help reload from the graveyard. Alright, so we'll lead on Hyena Umbra here. It's not bad. I'm going to cast a Curious Obsession here in case I draw a white mana source for Daybreak. Get the second blue source here. Extra card draw. He'll have to chump block with the Thought Knots here, and it will leave him with whatever's in hand. Well, this is putting the pressure right back on our opponent. It's got totem armor, which is something. Definitely not out of it yet though. Opponent could still just play like a Khan and exile it. And then we have to go in on a Scout or Bogle. Could just play Ugin and we'll never win. Alright, so we get there. What we were doing worked. Thank goodness. Alright, so what do we want against Eldrazi Tron? We definitely want Force of Vigor. And we definitely want Gadok Teague. We definitely want Stony Silence. I don't really like Path to Exile against Tron or Eldrazi Tron. And... although we saw Sylvan Scrying, so maybe it's a Tron deck splashing, or like, not splashing, but just a Tron deck that runs Thought Knots here. That's quite possible. Oh, Ashiok's going to be quite good on the play, actually. I think we just trim on Grispoons. We leave in the... do we leave in Curious Obsession? Actually, I'm going to trim on Curious Obsession, leave in Stubborn Denial. I don't have to worry about having blue cards in hand for Force of Negation, because I'm running Stubborn Denial, the budget option instead. So do that. Keep these Staggering Insights in because Blast Zone, Engineered Explosives, well they don't have Engineered Explosives, but Blast Zone. Opponent's beginning with 7. I think we can begin with 7. His hand's pretty good against Chalice on 1, if that's his plan. It's actually really good against Chalice on 1. And then we just have to dodge the creature removal after that. We've even got the redundant Dryad Arbor to pitch to a Force of Vigor if need be. Alright. This isn't looking so good. We'll be running out this Gadok Teague into a potential Spatial Contortion here. But we can't let him just have Tron mana active and doing its stuff, so... we're going to just cast the Teague out into the Abyss. Hope it's good enough. If it lives, I'm pretty happy. If not, we're probably in a bad spot. It could still Walking Ballista or something. Really? Oh, excellent, excellent. Alright, slam that mana down there. So here we'll go Ethereal Armor. Go Grispoon. Attack. We've got Stubborn Denial for if he tries anything tricky. Could just be holding all Planeswalkers in hands. Yikes. Yikes, this is nerve-wracking. Ulamog would be irritating. Star is okay. I'll let him have Star. He could get Blast Zone. I think I don't care about Blast Zone that much. When you cast this spell, exile target artifact, enchantment, or land. Alright, well that can go on the stack. Alright, let's get an attack in the air here. Get that card draw. Make a decision after we get our card draw. Oh, it's got reach? What? Ah, oh, fucking... Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was really, really bad for me. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cast Dryad Arbor, or play Dryad Arbor, sorry. Yeah, that's super bad. If I played Daybreak Coronet, would we have been fine? We would have had 4 toughness. Well, we can't actually counter this Khan now, so... Sure, he exiles Khan. Exiles land, okay. We can't cast Lurrus now either. Yeah, this is bad. That attack lost me the game. This Wordbreaker was doing nothing. I could have attacked a turn later with Daybreak Coronet attached. Killed it. 3, 4, 4, 7. Yeah. Alright, that's a really, really awful misplay. Let's fake a Path to Exile here. Alright, there goes the rest of our land. Worldbreaker, hey? We did see the Chromatic Star as well, so Stony Silence is going to be pretty decent. Grispan loses a little bit of value because we did see that stupid card there. Might take out 2 Grispan, 1 Staggering Insight, bring in 2 Stony Silence, and Ashiok. Seems we are on the play. Those cards are going to be a lot more powerful. Alright, well... We'll keep this. We need to see auras though. But turn 2 Stony Silence is really good here. Do I want a Misty Rainforest immediately? I think yes. Get Temple Garden. We want to see auras. We've got the colours we need. We're not going to need basic land. Hope our Hallowed Fountain doesn't get World Breaked. Alright, so we'll get at least a Chromatic Star here with the Stony Silence. And then we can turn 3, a Core Spirit Dancer, get a draw off the Hyena Umbra. So the way I fetched there and played my lands out actually indicated to my opponent that I've got a blue source in hand. Or it should have indicated to my opponent that. It's going on Core Spirit Dancer here. I haven't seen any creature removal in either game. Let's get out of Walking Ballista range too. Ethereal Armor, really good synergy there with the Stony Silence. Yikes, he's got the All Is Dust. That's a backbreaker. Holy cow. I don't know if we can beat that. Cheers. Okay, what can we do here? Get our Staggering Insight down. Pass the turn. Can I even copy that? I don't know if I could even copy that. Wow, that's irritating. I'm going to have to manually type that out. I'm going to pause video and do that and then show it to you after this game. Or maybe at the end of the league. I'm not sure. Ugin and Scoop. Turn 3 All Is Dust is just so savage. No counterspell in hand either. Here comes our friendly neighborhood Blast Zone. I think he's played a land already this turn though. Yeah, he played a forest. Don't have Totem Armor. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's get this damage down on the Bogle. Get the card draw happening. If Core Spirit Dancer lives, but Bogle dies because, you know, Blast Zone, we still have a chance if we have Core Spirit Dancer. So we got the other tower. So now he's got 11 mana. And a Blast Zone. He didn't play the Blast Zone. Yikes. Alright. Well, that's pretty good. We got the third scout to go in on. Holy moly. We can beat the Khan the Great Creator. We got the Force Vigor in hand. assuming that's going to be an ensnaring bridge. Could be a walking ballista. Trini sphere? Okay, yikes. It's 3 or more you gotta pay, right? Hmm. Yeah. Alright. Alright. It's Greentron with all his dust and some Thought-Knot Seers. Yeah. So yeah, he got us there. Playing into a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer was really bad. Oh, sorry, the turn 2 attack onto the World Breaker was really bad. Turn 3 double all his dust got us. I mean, that's nothing to be too upset about, right? Yeah, pretty unfortunate on the way that whole thing played out. Our cards really lined up poorly against what was in his hand in that game. But yeah, that's gonna happen. Sometimes your opponent's just gonna have the other half of his deck. But yeah, that's all good. We'll see you for round 2. It's my pause. Okay, so I thought I'd just show you this deck now while it's still relevant. So he's got the Companion Lurus. It's only got a 12th card sideboard. I'm sure that's a typo or something, and there's something in there that hasn't shown up for whatever reason. So he's running the 8 creatures, no core Spirit Dancer, but it looks at things, no Dryad Arbor either. He's running the full 4 Force of Negation and 2 Serum Visions. And then he's not got any evasiveness through Grispoon. His evasiveness is Arcane Flight. And he's gone in on the full 4 Curious Obsession and Staggering Insight. So this is going really, really hard in on the card draw. It's pretty interesting. I'd like to try it. So the only sort of like evasiveness, so to speak, is pushing damage through with a Rancor. I think if you've got 4 Force of Negations in the main deck, it's going to protect your hexproof creatures a lot better. And maybe there's an argument to go down on creatures like Core Spirit Dancer. I'm not sure if I like that or not, but he's definitely got enough blue sources in hand that he's almost certainly going to have something to pitch to Force of Negation to protect his initial creature in case of turn 1 Thoughtseize on the draw. And yeah, 19 lands seems a little bit interesting to me. What's he going? Breeding Pool, Hallowed Fountain, Island, Plains, Temple Garden. So he's got 3 cards in it that don't tap for blue. 3 land that don't tap for blue. And for white, he's got 2 land that don't tap for white. That seems pretty consistent. I reckon with the Mana Confluence, which are again very expensive online. Maybe City of Brass is cheaper, but I doubt it. I actually, it probably is, because this is played in Pioneer and City of Brass isn't. Yeah, I think it's solid and worth trying. I like it. Looks like he's got a few different decks which he's 5-0'd with online. But yeah, check it out. Give the list a try if you want to, because it seems pretty decent to me, pretty reasonable. Alright, so losing round 1 to Tron. That shouldn't be a big shock or horror to anyone, but yeah, we got beat through some good stuff of ours, which really bites. That's pretty frustrating, really. You know, it's sort of inexcusable though, because we would have had the win game 2 if we didn't botch the Gadok Teague attack into a Ward Breaker. It's like, oh yeah, we got flying. Normally the keyword of reach or first strike or something is at the top of the card, but that's, you know, 3/4 of the way down it underneath the ETB. Or the cast effect, sorry, I think it's a cast effect. Yeah, that's it's frustrating, but you know, that's entirely my fault as well. Mega Molt. Why has this shrunk down again? Stop doing that. Honestly. Just let me have my window size. Alright, so we've got a companion. They don't. We don't have a creature in hand. We're going to mulligan this. This is looking a lot better. We're going to keep this. Probably bottom either Path or Griff Spoon here. I'm thinking the Path. Yeah, let's get rid of Path. I don't want to get rid of one of these in case it's a discard. Is this Storm? This could be Storm. Alright, let's lead on the Temple Garden we just drew. Well, I'm kind of wishing I had that Path now. At least it's interaction. Alright, it's Storm. This is a horrible matchup. Why am I getting all our bad matchups while I'm recording at the moment? We'll leave that in hand for now. Bam, bam. Hopefully it takes an extra turn to try and go off and we draw either a Path to Exile or a... what's the other one? Path to Exile or Stubborn Denial. I'm sure he's just going to go off here and it's going to be very not interesting for anyone. Okay, he's gone for the second creature. Interesting. Alright, let's go for it here as if he doesn't have it. I'm not going to show him the blue mana. I don't think there's a need to. Very unlikely we draw exactly Stubborn Denial on the top of our library, and even more so that it actually wins us the game. So we'll hope he whiffs or doesn't have the resources to go off. Because we've got him to 5, he can't block us.
Sorry, that's a bit of stress off my shoulders.
Looks like he's going for it though. Wow.
Yeah.
Gifts for 1 mana. Seems pretty good. He's got all the mana in the world. We'll see if he chooses wrong, although it's so stock standard that they just choose the same 4 cards. The 2 rituals, the Metamorphose, and the Past in Flames. Like, has he got the Past in Flames in hand? Let's put Grape Shot Metamorphose in the grave. Give him mana because he's already got mana. Yeah, so he had the Past in Flames in hand. That's pretty unfortunate. So with that, he can flashback Gifts if he wants it as well. And I'm sure if we're not dead to the first Gifts, we are dead to the second Gifts. How do you get a Metamorphose? Yeah. Okay, that's how he got 2 cards in hand. Storm doing Storm things. So now Storm counts at 10. He can Past in Flames. Ritual is 2. He can Flashback Past in Flames is 3. So like anything he gets just wins him the game here. I'm just gonna see what he gets for information's sake. I'm really not sure why he's taking so long. Okay. Gifts, Metamorphose, Opt, Peer Through Depths. So if we put Gifts to Graveyard, Metamorphose to Graveyard, he gets to Flashback Past Inflamed. Yeah, no, this is just way too over. Alright, so main deck, Peer Through Depths and Opt. Gotcha. Alright. So I'm going to take my friend TJ's advice on this matchup, which is board in ley lines and graveyard hate. Don't worry about creature removal. I think Gaddock Teague could be decent too, but we're also getting to the stage where we're probably overboarding, and Ashiok seems okay, but they normally would expect something like Gaddock Teague and build in side some copies out and sideboard in pieces of the puzzle instead. So I don't think it's the most intelligent call. Maybe if you win game 1, you're on the draw game 2, and you don't see any copies of pieces of the puzzle, then you can consider bringing this in on the play. Don't think it's worth bringing in here. So I'll look to take out probably my redundant cards. Like, the life gain's not going to be that important there. The flying's not going to be that important here. Unless you empty the Warrens, in which case it's extremely important. Maybe I'll leave 2 copies in. Minus out a Core Spirit Dancer, and then maybe minus another Curious Obsession. This stage we're basically functioning. I'll go 2 Griff Spoons. We're basically functioning as a green-white deck here, with all the stuff we've sided out. Easy Mole. This seems like a pretty solid keep. We're going to keep this. Bottom Misty Rainforest. Start with Leyline out. Yield until the end step. I think we get the Hallowed Fountain here, even though it will let him know about the blue. In case we draw Stubborn Denial, we'll have a sort of guaranteed. I think I'm happy casting a guaranteed Ferocity on the Gaddock Teague with the Rancor. I think I'm happy casting the Gaddock Teague there. I'd really like to just rip Curious Stubborn Denial off the top of my library. That would just be tops. It'll almost guarantee us the win. He can shoot points of damage at Gaddock Teague though, so that's not guaranteeing anything. It's just stopping his 4 converted mana cost spells at the moment. Oh, that seems almost worth going in on. Alright, let's go in on Teague. Repeal gets us pretty bad here, but at least we get Rancor back. We're gaining a fair bit of life here. So we can attack for 7, put him to 4, and then I think we find a chance to cycle this if we need to counter something. But I don't want to cycle in case he's got... Okay, this is a good chance to cycle here, now that he's tapped out. double redundant copy of Leyline, but Gadok Teague might just be strong enough to get us there. We will see. He has to go for something here, or he's dead, so I shouldn't 6. It might give him an indication that I don't have counter magic up. Alright, there's pieces of the puzzles. Reveals a lot of stuff. It's easier this way than reading card names. Oh, god damn it. He found the repeal. Oh, he can't cast it because Gadok Teague stops X cost. So he just fizzled. He put the repeal into hand. Okay, he's going to grape shot the Teague out. And then look to repeal Leyline of Sanctity, but it's not going to work because he has to do his targeting first while they're on the stack, right? He's got the remand. Man. And then he's got the blue mana from the Shivian Wraith. This stupid thing, get out of the way. I think he's got enough damage to kill our creature too. Oh, he does. Well, I don't have totem armor. Man, Stubborn Denial would be so good here. Stubborn Denial, the repeal. Leave my opponent with like nothing. Although he's got 5 cards in hand anyway, so. Alright, well this isn't worth waiting out. We just lose this one. Alright, on to the next one. Onwards and upwards. That was Storm doing the dirty on us. After we did the dirty on ourselves against Tron. So yeah. Good times, good times. I probably should have asked permission from Graham's to share his list on YouTube, but hopefully he doesn't mind. I'm sure, like, even if he does mind, he probably won't see the video anyway, because I'm super small. But yeah, it would have just been the etiquette sort of thing to do. The fact he shared it with me probably means that he doesn't mind having it shared. And he is posting it on a public forum as a 5-0 list, so people would be trying to look for it, and he probably doesn't mind having his name put out there a little bit. Okay, how's our hand look? Looks like it's lacking a creature. Opponent's on a Lurus deck. I think this is almost good enough to keep. I think it's also not quite good enough to keep. Just because our mana's kind of awkward. We won't have double white. We have all white auras in hand. Okay, we get no creature again. No land. And about ready to go to game 2 at this stage. Are you freaking kidding me? Honestly, what am I supposed to do here? Can I even keep this hand? I have to put 3 cards on bottom, so it's land. We'll keep the Horizon Canopy just in case. This is Not looking good for us at all. Most matchups with just straight lose. I'm probably just going to concede to Inquisition of Kozilek here. Cool. Yeah, that's game. I don't even want to see the next. I don't want him seeing my hand here. That's not worth it at all. Like I'm on a Mulder for my one creature, which probably died to a fatal push anyway. So we definitely need the ley lines here. I'm guessing that it was potentially a Death Shadow deck. Path seems good. Stubborn Denial doesn't seem awful because it can counter Team Battle Rage, it can counter removal, and it can counter like Traverse the Evenwild. Gore seems pretty weak against a deck that is gonna have a lot of removal and Thoughtseize. Anything else I'd want? No, I think this is pretty decent. So go ahead with this list. We haven't seen if they've got, you know, Tarmogoyf or anything yet. It's very likely that they're the 4-coloured Traverse Shadow Lurrus deck that we've versed like 4 times now. On camera plenty of times against this deck. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know if anything is happening with the bans and restrictions announcements. I saw something, an article today. Why has this shrunk again? Honestly, just stay your size. I saw an article today saying that there were going to be changes to Historic and Standard. Alright, this hand looks awesome. We're going to keep this. And, in fact, there's changes to Historic and Standard. It didn't say whether or not there was going to be changes to Modern, or whether or not changes to Modern had been, like, put null and void. So I don't know. Maybe it was just saying those are guaranteed changes, where this isn't a guaranteed change, or shake-up, or whatever, but... You know, whatever it is, it is. If Lurrus gets banned, it's not the end of the world. The metagame goes back to where it was sort of before, hopefully. Let's get our blue here. We need it. We've got the Stubborn Denial in hand, so it'd be stupid not to get. And yeah, but like, my ideal scenario is they just ban Mish's Bobble and hope that the Lurrus deck numbers decrease. And if the deck numbers don't decrease, he's got the Stubborn Denial. Okay, this is definitely Shadow. If the numbers don't decrease, then, you know, by all means, they can go and turn around and, you know, unban Mox Opal, ban Lurrus, and the problem's gone, sort of thing. But I have the feeling like they're just going to do what people are calling for, which sucks, because then all these other decks get companions and we don't, and we're just left even further behind again, which seems to be all that Wizards cares about doing to us. I probably played my enchantments in the wrong order there as well. Although I'm just very tempted to jam the Daybreak and attack here. Although if he has Assassin's Trophy, we lose really hard there. Let's just play the Hyena Umbra and pass. Hopefully we draw a land and we can Daybreak with Stubborn Denial up. Attack for 6. This is so lame. Our creature's not even big enough to have Ferocity enabled. Three black mana? What's he doing for 3 black mana? Lurrus. Well, we can't counter a Lurrus. That doesn't do too much. Does he choose not to attack here? Alright, he's got a very controlling hand here. Oh, that's not bad. So we can Daybreak attack. If he has trophy, he's just going to use it. We can upkeep before he draws an extra turn. Draws an extra, like, Stubborn Denial. Look to Path of Lurus. We can response Path of Lurus. I think upkeep Path Lurus is probably the best. If he's got Stubborn Denial, we'll Stubborn Denial his Stubborn Denial. Alright. No more Lurus. Now we just have to battle through Tarmogoyf and Death Shadows and whatever else. The Hill Spellbomb will shrink his Goyf by 1 if he chooses to activate. And we don't have Lurus here, so it's pretty dead here. Obviously, we brought in the Leyline. Yeah. I think it's fine for my opponent to leave that in. He, turn 1, like, a Lurus deck that mulled to 4 and scooped to turn 1 Thoughtseize. He doesn't know that it's us, does he? Alright, let's go Griffspoon and look to attack with a Stubborn Denial up. So we will actually have Ferocity now. The only way we lose out is if he has trophies plus he drew Stubborn Denial. Alright, looks like he wants to pay for the card draw off Nihil Spellbomb though. He exiled from his own graveyard. That's interesting. Obviously keeping his Tarmogoyf power and toughness up nice and high. Here are a few trophies. We just counter it. If he Death Shadows next turn, we've still got flying. You know. Unearthed. Cycling Unearth, okay, that's fine. Alright, so we obviously take this damage. Second Tarmogoyf. He's doing that during his damage step. Alright, second Tarmogoyf is beatable. I really want to see land here just so I can play Daybreak, hold up, Stubborn Denial. That's pretty decent. I'm just going to attack for 4 here. I don't want to be too hasty and risk losing here. I'm putting him to 1. If he has a way to grow these Tarmogoyfs, I've got both Path and Stubborn Denial to help protect against that. So, you know, I'm fine with all of this right now. This is perfectly fine. Cool. Alright. So we see Unearth and Tarmogoyf, so now I'm wanting the Rest in Peace. I don't really want the Grafdigger's Cage, I don't think. And we can probably take out these Staggering Insight. No, the life gain might be nice, especially against Death Shadow. We'll take out the Curious Obsession. We saw in that game there were moments where we didn't want to attack. Yeah, I really don't want to play into an Assassin's Trophy at all there. Like, it seems so loose. I really hope to see a Leyline hand here. Well, this doesn't have creatures, so we can't keep it anyway. Opponent keeps a 7-card hand, of course. Oh, well, this is a really good 4 here. A really good 6 here. We don't have Leyline, but we have Rest in Peace, which is good against him. And I think we bottom the Rancor, keep the Grispoon. Hopefully we don't go and draw out too many lands here. I wonder if, like, Thoughtseize and Inquisition opponents ever take out any Thoughtseize or Inquisition once they see Leylines. Or if they're just like, it's such a free card that they just keep every copy in and hope we don't have Leyline in our starting hand. I mean, like, it could really go either way there, but it's just... I'm quite curious. He took the... oh, far out. Well, that's just lame. Lame beyond lame. He took the correct creature there, because if he'd taken the Scout, we could have fetched our Windswept Heath for Hallowed Fountain and saved potentially 1 point of life. This smells a lot like he's got an Assassin's Trophy here. I don't really like taking this damage against a Death Shadow deck, but I don't think we have too much of a choice at the moment. Just assume his line is like Assassin's Trophy and he's got Tarmogoyf in hand. If he fetched Shocks at end of turn here, we know we made a pretty bad attack. Okay, he didn't fetch Shock, so he's not got... It looks like he's got Tarmogoyfs and he was trying to protect himself against Rest in Peace. Alright, so goodbye, Rest in Peace. Now our opponent knows that we drew Leyline. Completely dead card. So the coast is clear for him to cast his Tarmogoyf if he's got it. Really? Interesting. What do we draw here? Oh, well, that's just getting cast here. We don't need to hold up blue because he knows Leyline's in our hand. So you get... Is all his interactions stubborn denial here? That would be great. Alright, put him to 2 and hope. Well, hope I put him to 2. If I put him to 2, alright, he has got the Assassin's Trophy or Abrupt Decay here. Alright, I'm happy that it's the Assassin's Trophy because at least we get land from it. Put him to 4 though, which is still really good. He's dead next turn to an attack how it is currently. Cycling the Waterlog Grove, so he's not got too much at the moment. Grispoon's really, really powerful in these matchups. Great, we win the match. Alright, so we beat Bug Death Shadow just then. That was pretty scary. had a lot of moments where it could have gone a different way, but it went our way. So I hope that sort of makes up for the first 2 games of this league, or first 2 matches of this league. Pretty happy to get that win. Okie dokie, back here for round 4 now. Looks like we lost the die roll. I like this artwork. It looks like an Articuno. Pablo Zoo. Okie dokie. We'll get our Lurus action going, and looks like opponent has revealed Gigantha. Well, this doesn't have any auras in hand. It doesn't have double white either. I'm gonna mulligan, look for something a little bit better. This is like the same without Core Spirit Dancer, so get rid of that too. Alright, this will do. Opponent mulligan to 5 cards as well. So at least it's going to be an even contest here. My thoughts are bottom core and Glade Cover Scout. They're on Gigantha, so they're probably a Tron deck from what we've been saying. Yep, there it is. That's an unfortunate one to draw because we can't cast it yet. Oh, cool. So his second land is Forest, so he's going to be a while away from getting what he needs to. Alright, we draw the Temple Garden. So he's been slow. He's not getting turn 3 Tron. I think we just go for the 5 damage here. We draw one less card this way, but that's okay. The damage is important. We don't want to take too long and have 10 cards in hand because we just want to race and kill. So what's he getting with the expedition map? A mine. Gotcha. Is it the same one he plays? I'm sure it is. Chromatic Sphere. Yeah, same mine. Alright, well this seems like a pretty decent attack here. We'll jam down our Staggering Insight and our Grispoon. There's no way that we can have blue mana up and draw a card off Staggering Insight for the counter spell. So we're just going to attack here. Hope no Ugin. Alright, cool. We get there. Alright, so Tron. Oh wow, someone that actually writes GG after they lose. That's very surprising. Force of Vigor, Gadok Teague, potentially Stony Silence, although not normally on the draw. I almost want Torpor at the moment with these World Breakers the Tron decks have picked back up. So I got one Core Spirit Dancer, one Grispoon. This is enough cards to bring in. Like that artwork. Are they greaves on his ankle or around his calves, or are those boots or something? Those look really nice. Reminded me of like Roman era sort of attire. And I'm not sure if she's staggering because she's really beautiful or something. Let's go with that though. Only cowards flee from the truth. Ah. Peri Sophia, the philosopher. Alright. So she's bedazzling him with his with her truth, which is staggering. Gotcha. And insightful. The flavor text decodes it all. Has got any interesting flavor texts? So great in his wisdom and spirit that many who have met him say that they stood before a giant of a man and talked to the wisest of four minds. I think that said minds or wines or something. A lot of effort put into that one. Alright, we'll keep this. It's not very good though. Stony Silence is so slow on the draw because you turn one map and it's already gone. So this will already be gone by the time we can cast what we need to. We'll get a Thicket on the board here. We can't fetch out a blue mana source and play Clay Cover Scout because we don't have Breeding Pool. So this will do. Probably Curious Obsession plus Hyena Umbra next turn. Attack. Alright, looks like we're running into turn 3 Tron. Seems like they get that so often these days. It seems way more consistent than it used to be. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, hopefully we can draw something green to at least have access to Force of Vigor. Potentially. I don't know what instance we would be able to get away with something with this Force of Vigor here. But let's see if it comes up. Excuse me. Alright, so it's not going to come up. I'm just going to get rid of this. Here now. Looks like we're flooding out a bit on lands. Oh, Blast Zone. That's fine. So he just had Natural Tron and gets to get Blast Zone? That seems so unfair. He might be destroying a Hallowed Fountain here. Potentially. Okay, no World Breaker, destroy Hallowed Fountain, so... This is getting another tower, I'm sure. Sanctum of Ugin. This is... Excuse me, starting to get very, very scary. Well, that's definitely worth a cast. So we'll cast this. Get 2 card draws. Potentially draw land plus Stubborn Denial. Damn. Let's play out the land that would otherwise come in tapped. We can go back in on Aluris if he blows up our board. Man, I won't concede here because we can get this Luris's toughness up high enough that we don't just die. Although if he plays Blast Zone, sacks Blast Zone, and then Lightning Bolts, we do lose. The old turn too late Gadok Teague, eh? Alright, well at least we can give it Totem Armor here and force the Blast Zone. And hopefully he just misplays and tries to shoot it with Ugin or something. This Ugin gets upticked, we're not winning. 100% calling it. That's a bit ooh. Alright, cool. We'll just concede now then. I'm seeing a lot of Tron right now. I potentially wanting just 3 to 4 Gadok Teagues in my sideboard is what I'm thinking. So Stony Silence and Ashiok sounds okay, but it turns off Lurrus. And it comes out realistically a turn too late to do what we need it to. Minus a boon. Just minus 2 boons. Keep our Course of Spirit down to count high. How's me hand look? Let's have a look-see. Absolutely awful. Alright, this one looks good. We'll keep it bottom island. And watch us draw absolutely nothing relevant and get smashed by big stuff. I just need to rip Stony Silence off the top of my deck and we'll have enough time to win the game. Not asking for much there. Maybe a Gadok Teague as well. That's not the worst. Alright, well, here we are flooding out again, so joy to the world. Alright, turn 2 mine, yep. Sounds about right. Looks like he's got the natural Tron. Maybe an enchantment destruction effect as well. Well, we just have to cast this. Hope to draw Gadok Teague, basically. I'm guessing he's just got a Nature's Claim for probably Staggering Insight here. Or he's trying to draw into it to go bam. Alright, we caught up. And no Gadok Teague, so this is looking pretty bleak now. I'm gonna go Hyena Umbra and probably hold the Rancor in hand. I think holding Rancor in hand is correct. Hope he doesn't have Tron, but he's a Tron deck, so he probably won. Forest, well that's good news. Not dead yet. That's also good news. Let's leave our blue mana up in case we draw Stubborn Denial. We'll play out the Daybreak Coronet. Attack for 8. 2 turn clock. Done it again. Stop changing my window size. Honestly, I just want my window size set to this so I don't have weird borders when I'm recording videos. Nature's Claim the Daybreak. Gotcha. That's not so bad. At least we still get the card draw off. Curious. Excellent. Alright, well, if we fog another turn, we get Gadok Teague out. That could be really, really good. Alright, Expedition map's going to be pretty slow here. And we're going to have Gadok Teague out in time for Expedition map. So, card draw is dug us pretty deep here. Oblivion Stone. Alright, so the line is attack, draw. And then probably Gadok Teague and Umbra on Gadok Teague. Drawing Daybreak is nice. What? I think I tapped my mana wrong. The Fool. Wins. The wisest of the four wins. I don't know what that means. Maybe someone with a bit more knowledge of folklore will know what that means. So now he can't activate O-Stone, cast a big thing. Gadok Teague will live. If he tries to do that, we can Lurrus return a Hyena Umbra attack. Attack for 5. No, we get Rancor back anyway. We just got him dead. I think we've just got him dead. Yeah, Total Armor OP, Gadok Teague OP. Getting the job done. So you're gonna attack step, crack it? I mean, that's reasonable. If we ripped Stony Silence there, we could have forced him to activate it earlier and then recast Rancor and put him 1 point of dead. Recast Rancor and cast Hyena Umbra and he would have been dead. Yeah. Okay. So here... Lurrus recast Hyena Umbra. I'm pretty sure. That's worse if he has Dismember. If he's got Dismember and kills our creature in response, that's bad. Let's just hardcast the Hyena Umbra here. Okay, because that way at least we can cast a second Gadok Teague sort of thing. Put that on the scout. Pass to my opponent. The recursion from Rancor is very, very nice. Alright, looks like we got there. Gadok Teague getting it done. Although it's not really letting me respond to him. We'll reveal ours as well. Relatively nice exchange between us and our opponent all game. So he had double Ugin in hand and he just couldn't cast his Ugins. Yep, Gadok Teague OP. That's what he gets for playing this stupid card. Alright. Alright, that feels good. That is why I'm going up to 3 to 4 copies of Gadok Teague for my next video. Because I've versed like 4 Tron decks in 10 matches. This is ridiculous. Alright, we won the die roll. Toondoslav? Not sure what that means, but it's all good. So good. 2 on Doslav? No. Alright, we mulligan. Opponent on a Lurus deck. We mulligan twice. Ugh. Ugh. I hate going down to no cards. Just off the chance that it's a chance it's a Death Shadow deck, I just want to keep double Griffspoon here. I don't want to even try for the value of Core Spirit Dancer because they make us discard Core Spirit Dancer, that's gone. Or they make us they discard the Griffspoon and Fatal Push the Core Spirit Dancer, you know. This just seems like a way safer line to me. Goodbye, Griffspoon. We don't want to fetch for a basic there because Assassin's Trophy. This looks like Jun because it's playing... Oh, is it just the black-red? It's running Blackcleave Cliffs, which Death Shadow wouldn't be doing. So I think this is black-red prowess. Alright, let's get our Hallowed Fountain out there. One point closer to returning our Griffspoon. Opponent reveals Lightning Bolt. Okay. So he's got a Lightning Bolt for our face or for Lurus. Or for his Dark Confidant if his own life total gets quite low. Is he casting Lurus? Okay, he's casting Lurus. Rip Daybreak Coronet and win. We can block his Lurus. Do I want to cycle Horizon Canopy? Probably not. Not against a discard deck. I can cycle this in his end step, but just not immediately. Mishra's Bauble. Okay. He looked at the top of his own library. He's got a decision with his lands. Yeah. Oh, he can have our Griffspoon. Not much I can do about that bloody Cling to Dust. Not when I'm on 4 power. 3 power. He's got Seal of Fire Recursion now. That's lame. Well, we still win off of a Daybreak Coronet. So, cycle this Canopy to get closer to 1. Ethereal Armor's nice. Double Ethereal Armor's very nice. Do we have lethal? Yeah, I think we do. Or maybe we're like a point or 2 off, actually. We're a point off lethal. Can he kill us? He's got Lightning Bolt in hand. Seal of Fire on the field. We could put him to 1 and hope his Dark Confidant kills him. Is that too hasty? Probably not. He could Seal of Fire his own Dark Confidant to stop that. I think we attack. I think we go for it. If he's killing his Dark Confidant, he won't be able to kill us. I'm mostly certain. Yep. So he's got to go for the win this time. Yeah, double Ethereal Armor was so good off of Canopy activation, draw step. Getting it done dirty. All dirty like. Alright, on the draw. We want our ley lines. Probably want our rest in peace as well. I don't think we want Grafdigger's Cage. Lurrus might not be a terrible side in. These core spirit dancers are almost never living. Actually, Lurrus is never living either. Grispoon was really good. We need to lose 2 cards. I'm going to go with the Curious Obsessions. They don't give lifelink where the Staggering Insight do. Maybe we could cut a land on the draw as well instead of one of the Curious Obsessions. So, our opponent's almost guaranteed turn 1 discard. His hand doesn't have Fatal Push. Oh, sorry, Hyena Umbra to even survive a Fatal Push after that. We can't Stubborn Denial. I think it looks really good on the play, but on the draw, I think we have to mulligan this. Alright, well this just looks better. We'll keep this. Bottom 1 Scout. That'll do. His discard will take our Grispoon, and we just have to magically draw auras after that. But going down to 5 on the draw against the discard deck, like it's so unlikely we get Leyline plus everything else we need. I guess he's got the second discard spell if he didn't take Grispoon. Maybe sack effects post board. To play around the sack effect, we'll just play Windswept Heath and leave it untapped. Why'd that Misha's Bobble look at him instead of us? That doesn't seem right. Alright, well we are just flooding out on a nothing hand here. Definitely still winnable if the top of our library is kind to us. I think I'll leave this uncracked still. Well, our deck is just hating us right now. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know about the second Windswept Heath, but I think he knew about the first one. This is so bad, honestly. I could potentially try to block, but then he's just going to have to burn spell and create 2 tokens and have a much faster clock on us. So I'd just rather not give him that option. They'll just double crack here and end step, maybe. If he had the sack effect, I think he would have gone for it by now. Although this could just be getting uber greedy and be very, very loose for me. Come on, aura. Give me an aura. That is an aura. Is it enough? Let's cycle this Waterlogged Grove first up. I think we're on blocking duty now. Waterlogged Grove, gotcha. So triple elemental off that. He's now got 6, 8 toughness on the... No, 9 toughness on the board. Can block. Alright, I'm just going to concede to explosives. Alright, now that we know that he's got explosives, these stony silencers are looking really good. They get his Misha's bubble and his explosives. What was I talking about taking out before? A land on the draw. Stubborn Denial seemed like it did absolutely nothing then, so we might as well take that out. Hand with it all, please. Hand with it all. Alright, this isn't it all, but it's very, very good. I'm going to keep it. We resolve Staggering Insight. The life gain's just going to be super, super nice. If not, we can just go double Hyena Umbra attack and then pray from there. There's no word where he doesn't take Staggering Insight. Maybe we draw another one off the top of our library. I'd like that. That's pretty good. I think we just want to go for the double Umbra though. Or do we? What's the chance of him having double discard? How good is it getting Rest in Peace out right now? Not very. Do we want to play around Blood Moon as well? I think potentially. Just in case. Just in case his opponents come up against one too many Amulet decks. Let's get our attack in. Play the Scout. Given the chance, I'll just chump block the young Pyromancer as well. Although if he attacks into our Scout, it almost certainly indicates an Edict effect. Alright, Rest in Peace being pretty powerful here, I'm quite sure. Here I think I want to leave this card in hand in case he has a Thoughtseize and takes 2 points of damage for nothing. That's irritating. That is extremely irritating. Alright, we'll pretend we drew the land there. Attack for 1. Hope to draw Aura and then smash him with Scout and Daybreak. This game's so not satisfying at all. Man. Oh. Alright, we lose our creature. I thought that was end step. Of course it's attack step. Goodbye, Daybreak. At least he can't get Croxadak, but getting Daybreak is pretty massive for him. Man, am I playing around that Lightning Bolt Elemental token? Probably. If I thought of the line, it's probably correct to play around. I can still path his Lurus and get there. Alright, get attacked for 5. We're so dead. We need exactly path him to have no spells that can target us for elemental tokens, and then get a creature, chump block. I think that's game. Alright. Damn. Well, that sucks. That sucks a lot. What was our next card? Boon. Yeah, pretty irritating. Like, we just had nothing going for us that game at all. Not even close to anything going for us. Like, the Rest in Peace is, we're doing nothing, and we drew both of them. And, you know, if we'd drawn our Stony Silence, which we did board in, we would have been in a much, much better spot. Explosives is just a good card against us. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I think that's just bad beats sort of thing. Yeah, list-wise, I'm pretty happy with the list. I think we can just remove the Ashiok for a third Gadok Teague, and then run pretty much this exact list back next time. Just, yeah, to recap on this guy's list, I think it's pretty strong, pretty decent. How many blue sources does he have? He's got 6, 10, another 7, another 11. So he's got 21 blue sources. That's more than enough to, like, always cast a Force of Negation if he's got it. So yeah, when I was looking at, like, Force lists, I was of the opinion that Grispoon's sort of better than Arcane Flight, because although it's not blue to pitch, like, I did have the idea of playing Arcane Flight, but although it's not blue to pitch, you can't recur it with its, like, activated ability. But I guess if you're running 4 Force of Negation in the main deck, like, you should just be able to counter most things that will get you. You know, you'll have what you need. Yeah, I really like the list. If I can get the tickets together to purchase the Force of Negations, I'd like to play it on camera. The moment I don't have enough tickets for anything like that, and my points have actually taken a pretty big hit as well from all these 2-3s I keep doing. Yeah, I'm down to 60 points. Only 54 tickets. Yeah, I need I need a few wins to fix up my stockpile here, because this is pretty poor at the moment. Pretty poor. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Obviously, we went 2-3, which I just updated right now for you all. And yeah, the metagame seems to be, you know, a little bit all over the place at the moment, but I'm seeing a lot more Tron than what I like, so I'll just try to hedge the list a little bit more to beat Tron. And, you know, we're not really seeing much Amulet Titan at the moment, so out you go. As far as the main deck's concerned, I don't think I really like this list that I'm currently running. I think you need Force of Negation, and whether or not you still include Core Spirit Dancer or not, excuse me, I think is up to you. But if you remove them for 4 Force of Negations, you know, and then get a couple of Arcane Flights or some more Curious Obsessions in there, you're going to have a lot more blue sources to enable it. Well, these Stubborn Denials would be, you know, Curious Obsessions. And then these could just be Arcane Flights, or like 3 Arcane Flights, 1 Staggering Insight, something like that. If you want to keep the Core Spirit Dancer, it gets a little trickier making your blue sources, but, you know, whatever. I hope everyone enjoyed this. And I'll look to see you all during the week for more videos. Thanks a lot.